Hello and welcome to this week's trade of the week, which is to go long the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. First of all, for technical reasons, as you can see here, we're breaking out of an ascending triangle. So basically you can see here, we've got a downward sloping upper triangle resistance line, and we've broken above that, and we've got a horizontal support line here. So this is why it's called an ascending triangle. We've broken out of that. That is bullish. And since we had a move upwards into this triangle, we would expect a similar move out of that triangle to the upside to be seen in the future. And also, if you look at the Australian dollar, it is closely linked to the gold price. And now that the gold price is trading back around the $5,000 per troy ounce mark, from a fundamental point of view, it might also make sense to buy the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Now, last week, unfortunately, Chris got really unlucky. Chris Beecham went long the DAX, the German stock index. He did so here on Monday, and it looked really, really promising. We had a nice rally, and then on Tuesday that continued, but then we reverted back down to the downside, and unfortunately, we fell 3 points below Monday's low on Friday of last week. So here, Chris's trade was stopped out just marginally before we headed back up again. But that sometimes happens. And so far this year, we've had a pretty bad start to the year, to be quite honest with you. I mean, we are down around 3.6%. We had 3 losing trades, 1 winning trade. But then again, last year, I think we had 5 losing trades in a row at the beginning of the year. And we still ended the year on over plus 20% return because we only risked 2% of capital per trade. And we're going to do the same on this one, on the Australian dollar versus US dollar trade. So what I would like to do here is wait for a retracement back to the breached upper triangle resistance line here, which is now a support line, and do so that we can basically buy or go long here the Australian dollar versus the US dollar at around 69.95 with a stop loss at 68.95, so just below Friday's low, and an upside target around 71.45. Why there? Because if I go on the weekly chart, you can see here we've had previous highs from August of 2022 and from January of 2023, which come in around 71.50. So this week's trade of the week is to go long the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, and to do so on a slight retracement lower at 69.95 with a stop loss at 68.95 and an upside target at 71.45.